I rarely go into gas stations anymore, and it's not because of things like this. Since we went all in on electric vehicles, the only two reasons I had to go to the gas station was for one, to get snacks, and for two, to put a little extra air in our tires. I may have a solution for the tire pressure issue, but the snack problem, that's a me issue. Welcome back to the Cobra Pit, whether you're a longtime viewer or a newer subscriber like OT Rosas. I see you. I appreciate every single one of you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Like, I don't have beef with gas stations or anything like that. I'm not that person that says, oh, the smell, the dirt is nasty. I'm not like that. And recently I had a low tire pressure warning on my car. So I said, okay, let me go into the gas station. So I drove there and I wanted to just add a little bit. You know, that's all I needed to at least, get me over the hump. And I pull up and it was out of order. So I'm like, oh man. All right, so I put it on the back burner. I let it wait. And I could have gone to like an America Tires or a tire shop or a Costco or something like that. But you know what? I just put it off until eventually a week later, I found one that works. And I went ahead and filled it up. And I said, you know what? It's a little inconvenient, right? It's not the worst thing in the world, but I said, there has to be a better way. Now, I have seen some portable air compressors online that you can buy that you can either plug in or plug it into your lighter outlet input on your car. But I wanted something a little more versatile. So I came across this product from Muskgreen. Now, it is battery powered and it has a 4,500 milliamp battery. The packaging is pretty, basic, and the price was just under $50. It's on sale now, but just under $50 for a product that can do so much. The other battery power ones I've seen has about 2,500 milliamp hours, but 4,500, that can be pretty helpful when it comes to crunch time. So to me, it looks like a lightsaber. It looks like a lightsaber. It's pretty unique looking, right? It's long. It has an LCD gauge on it. Of course, it comes with all the adapters that you need. You see that? That's all you need. It comes with the tire gauge. It comes with the needle for your balls. It also comes with the adapters for like inflatables around your house and things like that. I would love to use that when I have to set up my slip and slide in the summer. It's the worst, all right? So it has all that. Now, at the bottom, there is a USB output, so you can actually charge your phone or whatever device you need up to 4,500 milliamp hours, right? And there's an input to actually charge this device. Now, it does have a battery meter right here. And this is probably the biggest flaw for me because you see, it gives you, right now it tells me there's 4 bars, right? But it will go down to 3, 2, 1, or whatever. But the problem is you got this nice LCD. Why not use it, right? Why not use it to show battery percentage so you get a more accurate description of what your battery life is like? I'll tell you some of their wild claims online, and I wasn't able to test it. But my main thing was, will it get me from point A to point B? Now, they say they can fill up all 4 tires. If you need all 4 tires filled up, you have bigger fish to fry, right? Something else is going on. But I just wanted something so that if my tire pressure gets a little low, the PSI is a little low, then I want something I could quickly just hook up to my car, to my tire, and just get me where I need. And then if I can tell, like, do I need to take it to a tire shop? Do I need to get this repaired? I just need something to get me over the hump. So this is perfect for emergencies. And also, like, I got so many balls around here. I have balls everywhere, right? I got 3 boys and we have balls, and a lot of times the balls are flat when we need it. No, it doesn't take forever to pump, but to manually pump something, you guys know, it's like, come on now. If you have this, it will do it pretty quickly. It's great to have in a bind, just something to quickly use, and for bike tires. So it seems like every time the boys want to pull out their bikes, there's a flat tire, right? And then I do pump it manually, but it'll be nice to have the gauge here so you can see the actual PSI and inflate them to where it needs to be instead of just eyeballing it and pinching it and figuring it out. They say that you can inflate 8 bike tires, 41 balls, or 4 full car tires, or 6 motorcycle tires. And like I said, I don't know if you need to do all that. And I didn't test that I didn't want to deflate everything and spend all day doing it, but I did use it on my car first because my PSI was a little bit lower. If you're not sure what your PSI is, there's two ways you can check. One, in the door jamb of your car. You can check and see this is the actual recommended for the most efficient fuel. But I recommend looking at the actual tire because you don't want that tire to explode. So check and see what it was on your tire. Mine says 40, so I'm going with 40. I'm not going above. I'm going with 40. So as soon as you set it, it's easy. You can scroll through. There's car, there's like scooter, which I think is a motorcycle. There's a bike, and there's balls, right? And then once you set it, you can change the PSI to your desired limit. I'm gonna set mine to 40 for the car. Now, it did come with instructions, but they were jacked up, right? It was too small for me to read. So I had to actually look on the Amazon link page to figure out, like, what do I need to do? How do I work this? But the beautiful thing is, once you hook it up to your car tire and you press power, it will go. Now, it did say it would stop once it hits that PSI, desired PSI, but I was a little nervous because I'm like, I don't want it to keep going and I don't want it to explode, right? But I did watch it closely and it did. It stopped right where I needed it to, so it worked out perfectly. I said, okay, now I'm good to go, right? I'm good to go. All my tires are evenly inflated. The pressure's perfect. And then if it drops down low again, then I know, okay, now I need to take it to the tire shop to get repaired. But I love having it, so I don't have to make another stop at the gas station. So I said, let me go ahead and check out my son's bike's tires. So I went through and I was just doing a hand feel again, hand feel, hand feel. Of course, the one all the way in the back has a low tire pressure. So I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and pull this one out and let's inflate it. The PSI on the tire says 40. Now it is handy that it has a little LED light here, a little light bulb, right? A little flashlight on there. And it has like these other like LED, like strobe lighting. I don't really know what you would use that for. I don't know. I mean, you do what you do, right? But it did help me see the PSI on the tire, which is 40. And I'm like, 40 seems kind of high for a bike tire, but I don't really know the relationship of the size of the tire to, what the pressure should be. So I said, okay, let's go with 40. So I set it up, I inflated it, and now I was really nervous about it exploding, but it got it to the perfect pressure. And when it hit 40, I was like, oh yeah, this feels good. When I do it manually, I know I don't get it this close, right? But you can just set it down and let it do its thing. So that's what I really love. So I did the front and then the back. If whatever you're inflating is over that PSI that you set, if it's over, once you hook it up, it will actually decrease. That's what I really like. So if you have too much pressure in there, it will actually lower it down. So that's a wonderful safety feature. The other thing was, I said I got a lot of balls everywhere, right? Footballs, soccer balls, volleyball, tether balls, basketballs. I got all kinds, right? So I said, let me see how quickly I can inflate these balls. And it did in a matter of seconds, right? They talk about how fast they do it on the actual website, but you know what? Fast enough is good for me. Now, I don't know. Like I said, those wild claims of 4 tires fully inflated. I don't know if the battery lasts that long because I can't really tell by if it was on the LCD here, then yes, I would be able to see like, oh, okay, then I have 60% left. But we're just going off of these bars, and that's, that's kind of a misfire for me, right? Why not have it on there? I guess another issue is once the battery runs out, you kind of have to wait for it to charge up. Now, most cars have some kind of power source inside where you can go ahead and plug it in, right, and charge it, but you might have to wait. But I would think that's in an extreme case, right? So that's the one thing. I guess with those other constant power ones, you can continue to fill up everything you need to fill up or do what you need to do. But look at the size of this, right? Look at the size. Look at the portability. And I think for most applications, this one will get the job done. I think it's a great product to have in the house or in your car. And I'm going to keep mine in my car in case I'm ever out, especially with the cold weather where it's coming around. Your tire pressure does fluctuate. It's not perfect. It will get me out of a bind, and I'm going to get another one for my other vehicle just to have in case of emergency. So, hey, thanks for watching. Let me know about your comments and questions below. And don't forget, Cobra told you. All right, y'all.